Bereshith, chapter 42. And when Yaakov saw that there was grain in Mitzrayim, Yaakov said to his bens, "Why do you look at each other?" And he said, "Understand, I have heard that there is grain in Mitzrayim. Go down to that place and buy for us there, and let us live and not die." And Joseph's 10 Akim went down to buy grain in Mitzrayim. And Yaakov did not send Joseph's Ak Benjamin with his Akim, for he said, lest some harm come to him. And the sons of Israel went to buy grain among those who journeyed, for the scarcity of food was in the land of Canaan. And Joseph was the governor over the land, and he was the one who sold to all the people of the land. And Joseph's Akim came and bowed down before him with their faces to the earth. And Joseph saw his Akim and recognized them, but he acted as a stranger to them and spoke to them harshly and said to them, "Where are you come from?" And they said, "From the land of Canaan to buy food." So Joseph recognized his brothers, but they did not recognize him. And Joseph remembered the dreams which he had dreamed about them, and said to them, "You are spies. You have come to see the nakedness of the land." And they said to him, "No, my master, but your servants have come to buy food. We are all one man's bens. We are trustworthy. Your servants are not spies." And he said to them, "No, but you have come to see the nakedness of the land." And they said, "Your servants are 12 Akim, the bens of one man in the land of Canaan. And understand, the youngest is with our Abba today, and one is no more." And Joseph said to them, "It is as I spoke to you, saying, you are spies. By this you shall be proven. By the life of Pharaoh, you do not leave this place unless your youngest Ak comes here. Send one of you, and let him bring your Ak while you are kept in prison. So let your words be proven to see whether there is any truth in you, or else by the life of Pharaoh, you are spies." And he put them all together in prison for 3 days. Now Joseph said to them the third day, "Do this and live, for I fear the power. If you are trustworthy, let one of your Akim be confined to your prison house. And you, go, bring grain for the scarcity of food of your houses, and bring your youngest brother to me, and let your words be confirmed, and you do not die." And so they did. And they said to each other, "Truly we are guilty concerning our Ak, for we saw the distress of his life when he pleaded with us, yet we did not listen. That is why this distress has come upon us." And Reuben answered them, saying, "Did I not speak to you, saying, do not transgress Yah's instructions against the boy? And you would not listen. And see, his blood is now required of us." And they did not know that Joseph understood them, for he spoke to them through an interpreter. And he turned himself away from them and wept, but came back to them and spoke to them. And he took Shimon from them and bound him before their eyes. And Joseph commanded, and they filled their sacks with grain, also to put back every man's silver to his sack, and to give them food for the journey. And thus it was done for them. So they loaded their donkeys with the grain and went from there. And as one of them opened his sack to give his donkey fodder at the lodging place, he saw his silver, for it was there in the mouth of his sack. And he said to his Akim, "My silver has been returned, and there it is, in my sack." And their hearts sank, and they were afraid, saying to each other, "What is this that the power has done to us?" So they came to Yaakov their Abba in the land of Canaan, and reported to him all that befell them, saying, The master of the land, spoke to us harshly, and took us for spies of the land. But we said to him, "We are trustworthy. We are not spies. We are 12 Akim, bens of our father. One is no more. And the youngest today is with our Abba in the land of Canaan." And the master of the land, said to us, "By this I know that you are trustworthy. Leave one of your Akim here with me, and take food for the scarcity of food of your household, and go. And bring your youngest Ak to me. Then I know that you are not spies, but that you are trustworthy. I give your Ak to you, and you move about in the land." And it came to be as they emptied their sacks, that look, the bundle of each man's silver was in his sack. And when they and their Abba saw the bundles of silver, they were afraid. And Yaakov their father said to them, "You have bereaved me. Joseph is no more, and Shimon is no more, and you would take Benjamin. All this is against me." So Reuben spoke to his Abba, saying, "Take the lives of my 2 bens if I do not bring him back to you. Put him in my hands, and I myself bring him back to you." But he said, "My ben is not going down with you, for his Ak is dead, and he is left alone. If any harm should come to him along the way in which you go, then you would bring down my gray hair with sorrow to the grave."